And God bless you. I'm happy for you. Proud of you, Betty. All right, one greetings to you, those who have connected. I think there's some people who are still trying to get in. This is our youth platform, the Leadership School, which we started last year, and we privileged to have the gurus in different fields that we will be interviewing and exposing them to the world and them sharing their life experience. Today we are joined with our first class degree holder. I think she will introduce herself very soon, and we've got Petty also overseas India, and others who will join. But today we want to concentrate more on our first class degree holder. So this is our leadership school where we want to influence the world. We want to inspire the youngsters and for them to unleash their full potential and also to be the game changers of the 21st century. So I'm Mr. Masia Chengo as a way of introduction. That's my name. And I'll be assisted by Petit to interview the gurus in different fields. So for the meantime, I'll hand it over to Petit. I think she can hear me loud and clear. So Petit, it's over to you. Can you introduce yourself? Then you get to our first class degree holder that we have today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Masia Chengo, for the opportunity. Welcome you, Bertie, on this segment. My name is Petronella Tafats Komaborese. I am currently studying business administration in India, my final year now. So here with us, we have Bertie, who is going to be the interviewee, because we have a lot of questions that we need to ask about how she actually attained and achieved the first class degree that she has. So at this moment, I'll just leave it to Betty so that she can fully introduce herself.
Over to you, Betty.
We leave this platform to you. Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Betty. My name is Betty Kuzenai Muyuni. Thank you very much for it's indeed a good opportunity, and I really do appreciate it. I am a recent graduate from the National University of Science and Technology, and I was studying the Bachelor's in Risk Management and Insurance. Yes.
Oh,
okay, excellent. Thank you so much. That's actually great. So on this segment, Betty, we have a lot of questions that we need to be asking you because we are youngsters. There are also youngsters in the world that really need to know how you actually did it for you to achieve the first class degree. So the first one, what was the biggest factor that has helped you to attain your first class degree?
I can say that the biggest factor that helped me to attain my first class degree just work hard, as Mr. Masia Chengu used to say when we're in A-level. Just work hard. Life is hard. You have to work hard because I'm just fortunate that in my field, risk management, right? You actually have to work hard in order, like in terms of the examination, in order for you to attain the first class. But then in other fields such as engineering, right? The engineering guys, the first class degree is earned. You don't get it, you earn it. So if you didn't work hard since you have in part one and the lecturers don't know you, and you just did whatever you did and thought that your marks were going to get you a first class degree, then it doesn't work like that for mostly the engineering guys. That's what I know. So it's important that you work hard from the get go. From the get go, you have to work hard since from part one. Be it in whatever field you are, you really have to work hard. You really have to study hard in order for you to be able to get good grades.
That's true. To just add on that, I think Mr. Masia Chiongo, he just taught us the hard way, all of us, because he used to say this in our quote, this food is not for the weak, Petty, so you need to really work hard for you to just make it in life. So yeah, hard working is the key.
That's so funny. Any more questions?
Yes.
Any more questions?
The question number 6 is, if you were to start over again your degree, what would you do differently?
As I said before, if I was to start over, what I would do different was that I would be serious from the get-go. I would not bunk lectures. I will make it a point to always be in class and to never go out of class before the lecturer is finished speaking. I would make sure that I study hard from the get-go. I would make sure that I would forgo time with friends in order for me to just get some time off to read. And I would make sure that even like during the start of the semester, as soon as you open, because as a student, we have this tendency of not studying hard, which just when the semester started, because you're like, I have 4 months. I have 4 months to read. So I'll make sure that in the first month of opening, I would start studying a bit by bit. I actually did that in final year, but I would have started doing that in first year.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Now I feel really bad because I'm one of those who bank lectures and expect a miracle to happen at the end. So I really feel encouraged with that. I think I'm also going to just start from where I am now, not to bank lectures at all. It's actually too late for me.
Good habit because.
All right.
It's actually this advice is coming too late to me. Yeah.
All right.
No, yeah, but it's not too late. You still have time.
But I think the world also, there are people who are just still the first years and all that. This is just something else. They'll be encouraged and inspired from the day one. So to move, there is this quote, like, we tend to be those we admire. Right. So as for you, given an opportunity to choose a company to work at, which company would you choose to be your first preference?
Okay, here in Zimbabwe, my first preference would be First Mutual Reinsurance Company. Why? Because I like First Mutual for starters, and then because I have a passion for reinsurance. Yes, so my first preference would be First Mutual Reinsurance Company, also known as FM Re. Yeah.
Oh, great. We'll be praying for you.
It will reach also in their ears so that they'll be able also to just call you for the interviews. It's actually nice. How best can we improve the education in Zimbabwe? You can just give the suggestion that I think even though I attained this first class degree, there are some of the areas that need to be improved in the education of Zimbabwe. What are those?
Need to be improved in our education system is here in Zimbabwe is our tech systems. Why do I say our tech systems? Let's say during this COVID era, when we were told to close schools last year in March, and then we opened school in July, August, July, August, we literally did not have any online classes as compared to what other universities across the world were doing, because of our lack of the technology systems that enable us to be able to attend online classes. So we didn't do anything from March up until August. Can you imagine? So I think it's best for us, for the Zimbabwean education system, to invest in technology. If we invest in technology, then when pandemics such as COVID-19 that have hit right now stop us from being in class, for us to be one-on-one with our teachers, then we can have a system in which we can continue learning and education can go forward instead of being at a standstill altogether.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the time. I think my Zoom time is expiring. Thank you so much, Betty. We look forward to hear more from you. Betty, thank you. Also, Tino, we thank you so much. You see, this will broadcast it on our YouTube channel and encourage more people to subscribe. And we wish you all the best in your studies. And God bless you.
All right.
You so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That I wake up in the morning and I plan my day ahead. I make sure that I plan a bit from the time that I'm going to go to class, from the time that I'm going to start studying, from the time that I'm going to go to my group discussions. I made sure that I had to plan everything. I did according to plan. And I also planned, let's take, for example, if I wanted to study investments for that day, I made sure that I planned to study investments for that day. And it really helped me because I would have already told my brain that I want to focus on this. So it would actually help me to be able to focus on one thing for that day because I would have actually planned it. I am one of those people who work according to plans. If something is not planned, for me, it's usually bound to fail. So yeah, it's one of my success habits.
Wow, that's actually great. So to be a morning bird is one of the things that got you where you are right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Another question: what are the mistakes that you have made along the way in the attainment of your first class degree? I know it wasn't just flawless; like everything was not just good, but there are some of the mistakes that you actually made along the way of your attainment of the degree. Can you just share with us some of them?
All right. One of the mistakes that I can say that I made was that I didn't really, but like, you know how it is when you go to university, right? And people will be telling you that the first year marks do not contribute to your degree class in the final year. Mm-hmm. So when we go to university, we're not. I'm not one of those people who goes out in parties and whatnot. But then I was just not really serious in first year because second year, in order for you to adjust, it's quite difficult for you to adjust by then. So I can say that the biggest mistake that I made was not going all in from day one. But if I can say that if I'd gone all in since day one, then maybe my first class degree would be that of 100%.
That's great.
It's actually good because it's a tendency of our students to just do things last minute. We are the ones who want to do things last minute.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, Betty, you don't believe in miracles, overnight miracles, huh? Isn't that something like that in academics that you wake up in the last day you read and pass?
Okay, I can't hear you properly. My network is a change.
Okay, we were saying one of your the mistake that you made was to start working hard later on or in your second semester, first year, right? But we are saying we know the 21st century, the digital generation, they are on the last minute rush. You know, when they say, you know, at university you start the last 2 weeks when the timetable is out. So are you not believing in miracles? Are there no miracles, last minute miracles in academics for you to attain a first-class degree? Okay, Petit, over to you. Do you believe in last-minute miracles in academics?
I think it's actually risk there. There are no last-minute miracles because the last minute, if you don't know, you don't know. There's no miracle in the exam. It's either you know something or you don't know it all. So yeah, I think everything needs to be prepared prior the exam.
Yeah, preparation is the key point there. All right, Betty, are you back? We were discussing about the last-minute miracle in academics. What's your take on that? You can hear laughing. I think it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I think
it just works in other areas, but not in academics. Academics, it doesn't work.
Yeah. I think even God actually encourages us to prepare. Say, commit your plans unto the Lord, and they'll be successful. So there's a little bit of planning that is required. And they're saying,
that's true.
There's also a saying in Proverbs that says, at the ants, okay, they prepare their food in summer before winter, right? So I think that's funny gospel. Let's not believe into that. God actually encourages preparation. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Let's get to. We have got 7 minutes left, so let's try to move with our questions. Over to you, Petty.
Okay. We'll just continue from where we left. Betty, what
the made was to sleep early in the morning and not spend time to sleep during the night.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's
yeah, it was really tough. We had to do group discussions. We had to go for 0 nights on campus. And it was really tough. It was really tough, but I can say that is one of the main factors that contributed to me attaining the first-class degree.
Excellent.
That's great, because some of us love sleeping. So hearing it from you, I think it will make us wake up, even if you don't like. Because I think I have to set about 5 alarms for me to wake up only one.
You can afford to sleep, but if you're an average student and want to attain better, then you really have to forgo sleep. You really have to forgo sleep, because for you to study, especially I was at NAST, right, in Blawayo. It's usually so hot during the day. So if it's hot during the day, then you literally cannot really focus on studies. So at night, it's usually cold. So if it's cold, then yeah, you'll be active. You'll be active. So yeah.
Oh, that's great.
You have to forgo the blanket.
All right, next question, Petty, so that we move.
So what's the best advice you can give to other students? As fellow student, I'm a student. I also need to hear this. What is the best advice you can just give to the students?
Okay,
because
the best advice.
Exactly.
All right. The best